Hello students, today we are going to take another concept called call in advance. As the name suggests, what is happening here students? One of the shareholder of a company is paying money in advance to the company. As we have seen in till now, that company can issue shares in installments like application, allotment, first call, second call, final call. Suppose there are 5 installments, so it may be possible that few shareholders have paid their all the installments in advance to the company rather than paying in installment. Some shareholders have paid in advance. Now how to account this thing in the books of company? So what I explained you about call in advance, what it means when shareholders paid entire amount in advance, or you can write before time, before call was made. You can write this way also. You can describe in your own words. So what calls in advance means? Calls in advance means when the shareholder paid entire amount of the shares in advance, or you can write it as before call was made by the company. Understood this meaning? Now, as I said, what is call in advance? We have already written before time. So we have received this money before time, before making a call, before time, or you can say before calls were made. So can I consider this, students, as my liability because I have not asked for it? We were not supposed to receive, but since they have given in advance, so that becomes a liability on me. Can I call this as my liability? Yes. Why liability, students? Because it may happen that the shareholder who has paid the advance money to the company may request after 10 days that I want my advance money back. Then I have to pay his advance money back because we have not asked for. That shareholder had paid on his own before the call was made. So when he is in a need of money, he can ask for that advance money back and we have to give. So that becomes my liability. So if it is a liability, students, can I give credit effect? Yes. Because you know the modern approach. What modern approach says? All liability have credit balance. So I will give this liability credit effect. Now in which entry you have two entries for each of the installment. So in which installment you have to show this advance money? In the bank entry. So in the bank entry you will show advance money received. Am I clear with this? Now let's take example to understand more clearly. This is the example, this is question saying that company issued 30,000 equity shares. This is the total number of shares issued to the public and the face value is 100 rupees, which is payable as follows. So there are 3 installments, students, on application, on allotment and final call. So company have planned to collect this 100 rupees in 3 installments. On application 25, on allotment 35 and final call of 40 rupees. That makes up 100. One of the shareholder paid entire money at the time of allotment. So at the time of allotment itself, company received from one of the shareholder even the final call. So when you receive final call ka amount at the time of allotment, this is nothing but advance money. Now how to show this advance at the time of allotment? So I am not solving entire sum, student. I am focusing only on allotment ka 2 entry, that is transfer entry and bank entry. And in bank entry I am going to show this advance. Am I clear? I am not solving the entire example. So we are focusing on allotment. We are just passing allotment ka entry. Clear? On allotment, you are supposed to pass 2 entries. Your first entry is transfer entry, which is now very easy for you all students. So what is our transfer entry for allotment? Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Now, how many total shares company have issued? 30,000. How much we asked at the time of allotment? 35 rupees. Okay, so let's multiply this. 35 into 30,000. So we are supposed to receive 10,50,000. This is the total money receivable at the time of allotment. Now pass bank entry. But be careful. What we are going to do, students, here, we have to show advance money which we have received at the time of allotment. This is what written in the question. One shareholder paid entire money at the time of allotment. So I am going to show this advance money in the bank entry of allotment. Are you getting me, students? Now, so what is your normal entry? Tell me for allotment. Bank account debit, this you know bank entry very well, to equity share allotment account. Now this is your temporary account. I want to close this account. So to close this account completely, I have to write same amount. So in allotment, I am going to write 10,50,000. Also, I have to show this advance money which I have received. What effect you will give to advance money? Credit effect. So I am writing in credit. This is new concept which we are understanding. So I am crediting advance money. What I am going to write? I am going to write this account. To call in advance account. Now let's do calculation. How much this shareholder have paid me advance money? So this shareholder is holding how many shares? 1,000 shares. I forgot to write down first. So in question, they will also mention one shareholder holding 1,000 shares, paid entire money. So 1,000 shares. How much shares this shareholder was holding? 1,000 shares. And he paid the entire money in advance. So which money he paid in advance, students, at the time of allotment? This money, final call ka money he paid in advance at the time of allotment. How much is final call? 40 rupees. Are you understanding, students? You are receiving advance money at the time of allotment. So what are your future calls? This is your future call. So future call you have received in advance at the time of allotment. So this is advance money, 40 rupees per share. And how much share he was holding? 1,000. So 1,000 into 40 is 40,000. Now what to write in bank account? Total of this. So 10,90,000 you have received in all along with the advance money. I hope you have understood this example and how to show this advance in your bank entry. Thank you, students.